there are so many great programs around this area, and we just love to spotlight them. I heard about a program last week called Yes to Kids, and I got to find out more about it, and we got the person that's going to tell us more about it. Holly Keller, she's the founder and executive director of Yes to Kids. Thank you for chatting with us today.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited to be here.
How did this group start? What was the first step one of this?
Step one was me learning about kids in the community that had to drop out of things or weren't able to participate in activities that they wanted to, all because of money. The families just didn't have money for the kids to continue in the programs they were already in or couldn't enroll in things that they wanted to because the families just didn't have that extra amount of money to give for the extracurricular activities anymore. It's just so difficult to put food on the table, to pay the bills these days that the families are finding they just don't have the money for the extracurricular activities. They want to provide these things for their kids, and they hate saying no, but when it comes down to food on the table or dance, we have to give up dance.
Any parent that's ever had a child in any kind of activity knows there's a lot of cost to come with it. You need uniforms, you need trips, you need all kinds of different things, and it adds up.
It does. And a lot of people, I've had people say, oh, well, extracurricular activities, that's your choice. They don't have to do that. Of course, they don't have to do that, but you should want your children to do that. It makes for better children. It gives them, they learn how to interact with others. They learn time management. It improves their mental capabilities, their physical, mental, social, improves kids all around when they're involved in activities. We know that for a fact. So, yes, it is a choice to be in that, but it's a great choice. And why shouldn't we support that?
What is your role in this? Can an organization call you, or you call them, or you work with somebody? How's this go together?
I work directly with the organization so that the money doesn't go to the family directly. It goes through the organization. So I'm working with dance schools, gymnastics classes. I'm actually even with some school districts. So any organization that has a child that they're enrolled with or participating with, and that child, they find out they're having difficulty making payments or they're having difficulty getting the equipment needed, they can contact me. And then I'm working on getting grants, fundraising, trying to beef up my donor database so that I can get more people to support Yes to Kids so I can support more kids. Because the more kids I can support, the better off we'll be.
And how many people are working with you on this?
Right now, it's just family and friends, mostly my family.
Wow, because this seems like a lot.
It is, and it isn't. I mean, because really this year is the first year. I've been around for a long time, but we were a support group. This is the first year, and I'm sure it's COVID-driven. This is just the price of everything. This is the first year at the beginning of last year that I started hearing of this, and I was like, wait, I'm a nonprofit. I can raise money. I can help these kids in a different way.
So what do you do to raise money?
Grants. Not a lot of fundraising because this isn't my full-time job, so I'm really relying on grants and spreading the word like this so that I can get to individual donors is, I think, really going to be key for Yes to Kids.
Well, in the process of getting a grant, I mean, they do great work. They give a lot of money to amazing things, but it's a process. It's a lot of paperwork and a lot of phone calls.
It is a process. Thankfully, my background in marketing and development, I know how to write grants and I know what to do. And I've already got a great reputation going with Yes to Kids and some great organizations backing me here in Blair County, like Operation Our Town, Sheets, M&T Bank. So, I make sure to give shout-outs to those on my grants and on my social media, and I'm just trying to show people that, hey, we're doing good work here, support us.
If they want to support you, if they want to help out, how do they do that?
www.yestokids.org.
And I got to ask you, so I went through your bio on your website. What is Cove Adoptive Families?
So that's what I started as. So we started in 2009. We adopted a girl. She was 3 months old. That's our daughter. And Blair County, Bedford County, not super diverse. And I'm a social worker by background, so I just wanted to expose her to diversity. I wanted us to be around other adoptive families. So I started Cove Adoptive Families nonprofit as a support group. Kind of as the years grow, the kids just kind of got older. They sort of grew apart. And that's when I heard of this need in the community that I still had my nonprofit. And people were like, hey, I know you're a nonprofit and I know you're a support group, but could you do anything with fundraising for kids? And I'm like, yes, I can. I can absolutely fundraise for kids. So kind of just evolved into a different focus for us.
So you started out with adoptive families and just kids getting to know each other, and it's morphed into this.
It has morphed to this, yes. Now, I have a scholarship program through the Central Pennsylvania Community Foundation that I still give out a scholarship once a year to an adoptive child, and certainly will help adoptive kids. It doesn't have to be adopted kids at all. We're trying to help all kids in Blair and Bedford County right now.
See, it seems like I'm noticing a theme with both of the things that you were doing. It's just like giving children a place and a location to kind of feel accepted.
Absolutely. That's so important for kids.
Well, you are doing some incredible work. It's a great thing that you're doing for our area kids.
Thank you so much.